Hello everyone. We are Group 5 and let me start our presentation. Um, Today we will talk about a serious issue in aging societies, the risks of elderly driving and how our idea can provide a safe, healthy and independent transportation solution for elderly people. We propose an idea for the semi-automated exercise Tricycle. Let's begin.
We found an issue from the Yomiuri newspaper. An increasing number of elderly drivers hesitate to return their driver's license, leading to more traffic accidents involving elderly drivers. This is a significant issue in countries like Japan, where aging is a serious concern. Here is the evidence. Please look at this data. It shows a trend in fatal accidents caused by drivers using 1999 as a baseline. The yellow and red lines are increasing, which indicated that fatal accidents caused by elderly drivers have been rising since 1999. So, should elderly people return their driver's license early? No. We believe that is not the solution. There are two reasons. One, elderly people need car as an essential means of mobility, just like us. We should not take away their ability to participate in society. Two, if elderly people give up their driver's license, they will spend more time staying at home, and then that could lead to declining physical function and social isolation. The data here indicated that elderly people with higher physical activity feel more fulfilled. In addition, there are concerns about dementia. Research shows that living a sedentary lifestyle increases isolation and accelerates dementia. There are serious problems.
So, looking at identifying causes of outlining restrictions for the elderly, we found sort of a negative spiral that's demonstrated in this graph here. Um, so it can start off with a decline in the physical and or cognitive functions of the elderly. And so this can cause many families to feel it's unsafe to let the elderly go without an escort, and overall they just worry for the physical safety of the elderly and the others while they're out in public. So this can lead to the return of their driver's license, which decreases their opportunities to go outside and their overall autonomy and independence. And so if they're not being physically active and going outside, this can decrease their physical energy and their overall functions.
This idea of challenges and causes, we have identified two needs of the elderly. These are safe mobility and exercise. Then we came up with a revolutionary idea that solves both of those problems at the same time. It is the semi-automated exercise tricycle with health monitoring wristband. This idea also helped solve one cause of the negative spiral, which Arya-san mentioned earlier, the worries by family members. Now, let me explain its specific features. To begin with, I will describe the two major unique features of this idea. Our first feature is that, as the term semi-automated implies, it is not fully automated to assist the elderly in their mobility. This means the elderly must pedal themselves and adjust their speed to some degree. In other words, this empowers the elderly to take the lead in their own driving and provide them with a good exercise. The second feature is that the Tricycle has an AI-powered panel. The AI receives real-time information on the health status of the elderly from the health monitoring wristband they wear. You can see that in this picture. And AI provides them with the optimal exercises by changing the pedal weights and degree of automation. Now, first let's imagine before the ride. An elderly person says, for example, I want to go to supermarket or something. And the AI will then make comprehensive assessment of the elderly person's health and weather and the condition of the road, etc., and suggest the best direction and route that will be good exercise for this person. And second, imagine an elderly person in driving. For example, let's say an elderly person starts to feel tired. The AI then receives the elderly person's health status from the wristband and increase the degree of automatic driving and lightens the pedals. Another example is that an uphill appears. The AI also lightens the pedals of the tricycle at this moment. On the other hand, the elderly can also make voice requests to the AI. For example, I want to pedal harder. AI can then cheer them up like a chatbot saying, okay, let's pedal a little harder. You can do it. Furthermore, an AI can alert the user to watch out for the step ahead. And as these examples show, the tricycle can provide elderly individuals with a safe way to exercise while maintaining the mobility. It encourages active outings and contribute to extending healthy life expectancy. At the same time, it also offers mental benefits, allowing the elderly to experience a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. On the other hand, a key point not to be forgotten is the need to reassure family members while the elderly go out. Since the tricycle is equipped with GPS, family members can know the location of the elderly person through the application. In addition, the health monitoring wristband worn by the elderly also send health status data. Thus, family members can be assured by real-time monitoring of the elderly person's location and health status, and which encourage the elderly to go out more often.
Next, let me talk some more about the technology used in these ideas. Regarding the health monitoring wristband, by having it on the wrist, it will be possible to determine the health status of the elderly based on so-called vital signs, blood pressures, heart rate, breathing rate, and body temperature. The AI panel on the Tricycle, on the other hand, makes comprehensive decisions based on information such as health status from the wristband mentioned earlier. Whether the road conditions, the AI can also talk to the user by voice, like a chatbot, making it easier for the elderly to use. Next slide. Now let's talk about the management strategies, which is important perspective to start up. On that really important is to keep prices as low as possible. First, we propose to keep manufacturing cost as low as possible. We can partner with existing electric three-wheel bicycle manufacturers in China and Taiwan. Provide a choice of low-cost and high-performance versions. Develop lightweight and inexpensive frames by utilizing 3D printing. Second, we propose to lower prices in business model. We can partner with local government and insurance companies to take advantage of subsidies and grants. Collaborate with corporate sponsors. For example, health insurance and electric bicycle manufacturers. Another things that will be important is the funding method. Here are some ideas. Crowdfunding with Kickstarters to generate market interest. Kickstarter is a US company that provides a means for creative projects to raise funds through crowdfunding on its website. Municipal and government grants, alliances with major automakers and healthcare companies.
Here at Active, there will be even greater possibilities. The blue letters are keyword for the expected effect on individuals, and the red letter for society. First, innovate transportation options for the elderly and increase the frequency of outings. It will promote socializing for the elderly. This is a valuable means of transportation for depopulated areas. Increased healthy life expectancy will reduce medical costs and care burdens by maintaining good health. Second, creating a new market for healthcare and mobility. This tricycle is useful not only for the elderly, but also for obese people and those in need of rehabilitation. AI may be able to give an individual or optimal fitness program based on the health data characteristic of the elderly person while driving. Mobility and health data may be used and collaborated in the medical and sports industries. Furthermore, by integrating this data with other societal data, it could lead to smart city designs that are more livable for the elderly. Third, reduce the burden and improve peace of mind for families and caregivers. The system that can easily contact family members, hospitals, emergency services, etc. in case of emergency. Also, this system supports the independence of the elderly and reduces the psychological burden on their families. Health monitoring services could create new services by collaborating with nursing care and wellness providers. By reducing the burden on families, it will be easier for them to participate in the community, and the elderly will not only be supportive but also change into supporters of each other, making the community more revitalized.
So some challenges we might face with our project. For example, one concern may be data privacy or the AI's ability to respond to sudden changes in health conditions. Another thing is cost. So, we'll try our best to keep the cost low on these tricycles, but that still may be like a cost barrier for some elderly people. Another thing is the question of whether the elderly can fully use the AI and touch panels. And then can this tricycle be used in a convenient way with the current traffic rules? For example, in the US, some areas have a lack of infrastructure that could accommodate these tricycles, as well as it might be possible to need to improve legislation. However, even though there are several challenges, we hope that we can solve them, and we really believe our ideas have a lot of potential to support the elderly physically and mentally and help them achieve their well-being. Next slide, please.
Okay, our main point again. Thirdly, reduced mobility can be a factor in disconnecting from society
and may increase the risk of dementia. Therefore, a semi-automated exercise transport has the potential to address both mobility and exercise concerns for both the elderly and their families. Additionally, the transport will be equipped with GPS, allowing family members to share their location through an app and understand the range of their usual activities. By offering a safe and reliable transportation option, it may also create opportunities for social engagement, which could contribute to improve physical and mental well-being. To ensure the accessibility of this technology to all elderly individuals, the exploration of public-private partnerships and the potential of crowdfunding to raise the necessary funds is recommended. Here are the references. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I just wanted to make a comment. I really like the presentation. I especially like how you took existing technologies and combined them into creating something new. So a very feasible product, a lot of synergy of ideas combined into one. I really enjoyed it.
Your question. Yes, it's okay. Just they should think about like what should be the maximum speed based on the rules, regulation of the road. So maybe it will be like license required or not, because if you have the product and then again it's like more than 30 kilometers per hour, and then you need a license, and then the elderly cannot have the license, so it will be not usable. You just think about these things, and like this tricycle you can use on pedestrian or roads, so that's also something. Thank you so much.
We actually haven't decided the maximum speed or details, but speaking of the traffic control, we think that the Singapore smart transportation system can serve as a useful reference. Singapore has safe senior citizen route and known for its smart traffic system. So if the system introduced in Japan, this Tricycle system can be used very good.
Thank you so much. I didn't know about that system. Thank you.
In Japan, there is existing some electronic card for elderly people, and also there is some laws to regulate the drivers, or they need licenses, and the law is decided by the government. But as an example, Group is the new startup company in Japan, and this company create a new law by cooperating with the government. So the Japanese government, I think the Japanese government is more interested in changing the law for a new good society. So if we want to establish this company, I think the negotiation with the government is needed, and this is also good for our society in Japan. Thank you for your question.
Okay. Okay. So thanks again, Group 5.